Hi, I want to talk to you in this video about when people fail you. So when people fail you, just realize, first of all, that it is normal. People are going to fail you. There is no way that people will not fail you or disappoint you. It's just part of life. So you got to realize that people are human. No one can be perfect. People are going to fail you. So what you have to realize is, or think about is, what will your response be? And so it is important that you think about you're failing somebody else or you disappointing someone else, because we can't be all things to everybody. We can't be perfect all the time. We're going to make mistakes. So just realize that it is a normal part of life for people to fail us. And it is important how we respond. And so, you just try to give people the benefit of the doubt. We don't know what they were thinking. We don't know what they were planning on doing. We don't know if it just didn't work out like they wanted it. We don't know any of that. So we just got to be thinking about people are going to fail us. They're going to disappoint us. And so, I think there has to be some deal breakers. We have to decide, okay, if a person disappoints me in this way, this is a necessary ending, right? So there are just some things you got to be thinking about for yourself. And this is very personal, right? I can't tell you what would be a deal breaker or what would be a necessary ending for you. You got to decide for yourself. But the thing to realize is that sometimes when people disappoint us, we have to walk away from the relationship. Sometimes people disappoint us and we forgive them and we reconcile. Sometimes we forgive and we walk away. Just know that it's important how you react and it's important how you respond. So what I think about is, we can't have someone disappoint us and then it affect us for 5 more years. And so what I mean by that is that we drag around the baggage of the unforgiveness for 5 years. It doesn't make any sense. Just know that people can't be perfect. They just can't, no matter what. Just like we can't be perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to disappoint people. And you just got to have your own standards as far as what you will accept, what you won't accept, what you will do. I think it's important that if it's available to you, that you're able to talk to someone about it, to talk to the person about what has happened. If you want to just, express how you feel in a very respectful way, I think that's important. But if that's not an option, then of course you got to be able to forgive, let the situation go and move forward. But a lot of times we have people on with high expectations. We have them so high on a pedestal, they're destined to fail in our eyes. So we got to make sure that we give people, that we put things in proper perspective, that we're not expecting people to be perfect. We also have to, I like to, in a relationship, have expectations, at the beginning of a relationship, have some expectations. It might be, something minor, it might be, something more, sophisticated or, more elaborate, maybe a few things that I'm expecting in a relationship. But I think it's important because it's unfair to have expectations of someone and they have no idea that we're expecting them to do certain things. We have in our head these things that we expect in a relationship, and this person, they have no idea. They've never had to do anything in a relationship. They've just been able to do whatever, and there haven't been any boundaries. There haven't been any requirements of the relationship. And so it's important that we talk to people, that we tell them, so that they know what the expectation is, and then they can say, okay, I'm not going to ever be able to do that for you. I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not able to do the things that you're asking me, versus being disappointed because we had these invisible expectations, unrealistic expectations, and the other person had no idea, So we've got to tell people. We got to let people off the hook if they disappoint us. We got to let people off the hook, and then we got to make a decision. Are we stand in a relationship, we're forgiving and stand in a relationship reconciling? Are we forgiving and then we're in the relationship? But it's important that we let people know, we have a conversation if we can, but just realize that people are going to disappoint us, just like we disappoint other people. And so I think it's important that we try to put ourselves in that person's shoes, because a lot of times we haven't considered the other person. We haven't considered that their life doesn't revolve around us. And so if we can be selfish as people, right? We can expect people to be 100% for us, and then we have for on our end, we have other people that we have in our lives that are important and are more important. And so we just got to be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we expect we have unrealistic expectations. And also, sometimes we haven't put ourselves in that person's position. We don't know what's going on. We don't know, we just don't know anything about what's going on in their lives or in their minds for that matter. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Know that people are going to disappoint us. There's no way around it. If we're in a relationship, and we all need relationships, we all need people to live. So people are going to disappoint us. They just are. And so we just got to accept that, and then, be able to move forward. But it's normal. People are going to disappoint us on a regular basis, just like we disappoint people on a regular basis. So you just got to decide, what you're going to do when this happens. But, don't stop being in relationships with people because, you're going to be disappointed. No, relationships bring a lot of value to our lives. We need people. We cannot live without people. So just think about that today. When someone disappoints you, what are you going to do? Just have an idea, and then be honest with yourself about, are you telling people, what the expectation is? What is it you expect, or what has been, or what's a deal breaker for you in a relationship?